This video is a test review for Unit 1 in algebra. So in the first problem, we have 10 equals 2/5 x. So this is a one-step problem to get x by itself. When there is a fraction, we have to multiply by the reciprocal. The reciprocal means that we flip the top and bottom of our fraction. So in our calculator, we would type 10 times 5 divided by 2 in parentheses, so we get x is equal to 25. In number 2, we have 4 minus the quantity 4x plus 5 equals 11. So in this problem, we need to get rid of our parentheses, so we're going to distribute that negative sign, which changes the signs. So we have 4 minus 4x minus 5 is equal to 11. When we combine like terms, we get negative 4x minus 1 is equal to 11. We can add 1 on both sides, so negative 4x is equal to 12. So when we divide by negative 4, x is equal to negative 3. In number 3, there are variables on both sides of our equation, so we want to move the smaller variable first. So we are going to move the negative 3x by adding it to both sides. So we have negative 13 equals 26 plus 13x. We can subtract 26 from both sides. Negative 39 is equal to 13x. When we divide by 13, x equals negative 3. In number 4, on the left-hand side, we need to combine these x's. So we have 2.6 minus 1.2, which gets us 1.4x plus 8.9 equals 4.5x minus 10.4. The smaller variable here is the 1.4x, so I'm going to subtract 1.4x from both sides because it was positive. So we get 8.9 equals 3.1x minus 10.4. We can add 10.4 to both sides. And we get 19.3 is equal to 3.1x. When we divide by 3.1, we're going to get a decimal, and because our problem was a decimal, we can leave our answer in a decimal, rounding to 2 decimal places. So if we put in our calculator 19.3 divided by 3.1, that's going to round to 6.23. In number 5, we have a parenthesis on the left-hand side, so we're going to distribute our 5. So we get 10x minus 45 is equal to, we can combine our x's, so 10x plus 49. We can subtract 10x from both sides, so we're left with negative 45 is equal to positive 49. Those numbers are not equal, so this is a no solution. In number 6, if y plus 30 is equal to 56, what does 2x minus 4 equal? So first we're going to subtract 30 from both sides to solve for y. So we get y is 26. Then we're going to take 26 and substitute in for y because we want to get our value of what that's equal to. So we get 2 times 26 minus 4, which gets us 52 minus 4. So that's going to be 48. Solving a proportion. Remember, when you are solving a proportion, you are cross multiplying. So the numerator of one fraction multiplies with the denominator of the other. So we have 2x times 27 is equal to 9 times 60. So we get 54x is equal to 540. When we divide both sides by 54, we get x is 10. In number 8, because there's this x minus 7, we need to put parentheses around it. So when we cross multiply, we have 9 times x minus 7 equals 18 times 10. So 9x minus 63 is equal to 180. We can add 63 on both sides, so 9x is equal to 243. When we divide by 9, we get x is 27. In number 9, there's two quantities that we need parentheses around, x plus 3 and x plus 1. So when we cross multiply, we get 3 times x plus 3 equals 6 times x plus 1. We're going to distribute the 3, so 3x plus 9 equals, when we distribute our 6, 6x plus 6. We can subtract 3x from both sides, so 9 equals 3x plus 6. When we subtract 6, 3 is equal to 3x. When we divide, x equals 1. In number 10, the school held a vote to determine the Chicago baseball team loyalties. 7 out of every 12 students said the Chicago Cubs were their favorite baseball team. If 720 students, how many of them voted? How many of them are Cubs fans? So we know that for every 7 out of 12 are Cubs fans. We want to know how many are Cubs fans out of 720. So when we cross multiply, we get 12x equals 7 times 720. So we get 12x is equal to 5,040. We can divide by 12 on both sides, and we get 420 Cubs fans. Remember, in a literal equation, you are solving for a variable. So in number 11, we want to solve for D. So in order to solve for D first, we want to add or subtract. So because there's a negative 3, we're going to add that to both sides. D over F is equal to negative 4. Then to get D by itself, we do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So D equals negative 4 over F. In number 12, we want to solve for Y. So our first step is to subtract 4x from both sides. Negative 2y is equal to 8 minus 4x. Then we can divide each of those by negative 2. So y equals negative 4 plus 2x. In number 13, first we would subtract 2x from both sides. Negative 9y is equal to 27 minus 2x. When we divide by negative 9, y equals negative 3. In our calculator, negative 2 divided by negative 9 is a decimal. So we hit math, enter, enter, and that is going to become plus 2/9 x.